The forest floor shook as thunder echoed from no storm. Deep in the Canadian Badlands, Dr. Kira Miles stumbled upon a crater not on any map. Burnt trees, flattened brush, silence. Her drone showed something moving just below the earth, thick-plated and slow. Not a machine, not an illusion, just a massive shape covered in bony armor, with a tail like a mace. Her radio cracked, then a whisper. Not words, but warning. She turned. Something watched through the mist. Not hunting, just waiting for what she could not tell. But it had survived something ancient, and it remembered. Dr. Kira Miles was a paleobotanist who never expected to chase dinosaurs. Her work was with plants' ancient spores, buried seeds, and prehistoric pollen. But when geologists reported strange heat signatures in a fossil valley long thought dead, she joined the survey crew out of curiosity. The site was remote, near Drumheller. No cell signal. No tourists. Only dry wind and stone. Her team included tech assistant Juno and drone operator Ellis. For 3 days they found nothing unusual. Then their drones began to fail. Power drained. Lenses cracked. One drone showed strange circular patterns in the mud. On foot, Kira found the crater. Something had moved through recently. Large. Heavy. Careful. She expected another hoax. Maybe someone playing games. But the plants nearby were wrong. Prehistoric fern species untouched by time. Her heart raced. Something was feeding. Something herbivorous. The locals spoke of thunder lizards. One old woman whispered about a guardian of the valley, a beast of stone and silence. Ankylosaurus. That night, Kira stayed near the crater. Wind hissed through the trees. Then came a sound. Not a roar. Not a growl. A deep breath. Heavy. Ancient. She crept closer and saw it. A massive creature half buried in the soil. Covered in armor. Its tail curled like a weapon forged by nature. Its eyes glowed with dim intelligence. She froze. Then it moved. Not toward her. Away. The forest shook. Juno screamed through the radio. Something else had arrived. Not human. A predator. The Ankylosaurus turned. Not in fear. In defense. The predator vanished. Kira now knew this was not a creature lost. It was a guardian returned. Over the next days, the team tracked it. Always at dusk. Always just out of reach. The Ankylosaurus never attacked. But wherever it moved, the forest seemed to revive. Ancient plants bloomed. Fossil trees sprouted. Kira theorized the creature was tied to an ancient seed bank underground, a system that had reactivated due to shifting tectonics. Something about its biology awakened the old biome, but the predator was not done. Juno was taken. Only her headset was found crushed flat. Kira wanted to run. Ellis wanted to stay. They argued. Then they followed the tracks to a cave. Deep inside, they found carvings. Prehistoric humans, worshipping the armored beast, fleeing from a shadow. The Ankylosaurus was not alone. It had always fought something. That night, the predator returned. A shadow with sickle-shaped claws. Faster, smarter, but not immortal. The Ankylosaurus waited near the cliffs. Kira watched. A confrontation. Tail mace against tooth. She recorded everything. The Ankylosaurus struck once. The predator fell. Silence. The guardian turned and left without a sound. Kira knew now. This was no accident. The valley had awakened for a reason. Something had disturbed the balance. Mining drones. Fracking. It had triggered a chain of life returning. But it also brought back old threats. Ellis was injured during a rock slide. Kira carried him to safety. As she moved, she saw new spores blooming where blood had fallen. The forest was healing. She reached the crater one last time. The Ankylosaurus was there, watching. She placed her notes or samples and her camera near its path, then stepped back. It crushed the equipment gently, burying it. Some truths were not meant for headlines. Rescue came a week later. Ellis survived. Juno was never found. Kira told the truth. The Foundation labeled it a delusion. Her research was confiscated, but she knew what she saw. The footage was gone. But the plants she brought back grew differently. Stronger, wilder. She planted them in a hidden grove behind her home, watched as ancient moss crept across modern stone. One night, she heard thunder, but no storm. Kira vanished from science, took up farming in the hills. Children said her trees glowed at night, that the ground sometimes shook gently in rhythm. One day a traveler found her old journal, pages filled with sketches of an armored giant and the green world it guarded. Final words scribbled in fading ink, some protect with claws, some with silence. The guardian still walks, not to be feared, only to be respected,